Does anybody else miss Funimation? Because I do. What's going on, y'all? It's your boy D Weezy and welcome back to another video. Now, today's video, I'm gonna talk about how much I miss Funimation and all the times that I've had with it, and plus another topic that I wanted to touch on since it's tied in towards the anime route, and then I would just want to expand it to stuff outside of anime. So, without any further ado, let's have a random talk. Now, throughout my time while using Funimation, it was Funimation and Crunchyroll were the only two anime streaming services that I was using at the time. Now, obviously, we all know about a couple years ago, Crunchyroll bought out Funimation, ending the Funimation streaming service as we know it. Nowadays, in today's time, we do have more streaming services that do have anime on its platform. For example, Netflix, Hulu, IMDb, Amazon Video, and this, that, and the third. So the reason why I want to bring up Funimation is because throughout the time that I wanted to get back into watching anime seriously, not instead of me waiting on the weekly drops that come on Saturdays on Toonami, if you know, you know, is the only two streaming services I was using was Crunchyroll and Funimation because, in my opinion, I don't know if it was with y'all, but I felt like it was a time when if Crunchyroll didn't have it, Funimation did. But if Funimation didn't have it, Crunchyroll did. I just remember seeing like all the catalogs that Funimation had because Crunchyroll is one of the things that Crunchyroll did had when it comes to Funimation is that series will have like multiple versions of it and it wouldn't have all of it on there, but Funimation did. And also another thing with Crunchyroll, I'm sorry, and is that the service on there was worse than Funimation because till this day with Crunchyroll as good of a platform it is, the servers always been a big problem because servers will randomly just stop working. With Funimation, I didn't really have too many problems with it, but I would have those problems with Crunchyroll more than Funimation. And also, the whole intro to Funimation thing, I think it was pretty cool. It was something I just really missed at the time. And I just know that a lot of anime fans out here miss it too. The one thing that I always remember about using Funimation is that I remember vividly some of my favorite animes and also some of the really good animes that had good seasons on it. I started watching on Funimation app. For example, I started watching Tokyo Ghoul on there. I started watching The Promised Neverland on there. We talking season one because if you know, you know about season two. I don't want to go in. I don't want to go into that. And plus, it was also a time that was good for me because I had two pretty reliable streaming services at the same time that I had no problem with paying or whatever. And this was obviously before the pricing increases, and it was times when stuff will be popping up on the apps too late, as far as like anime movies or also things in the realm of animes being removed from the platforms. So you did have that going for it as well. That it was happening on both sides. But with me talking about Crunchyroll buying out Funimation leads me to a topic that I'm iffy about it at best. And that's when one company buys out another company that are both in the same realm. I'm gonna give you an example of this. We saw the reports that Warner Bros. Was being bought out by Netflix for like $87 billion. That was the numbers that was headlined. I saw a video of someone that was breaking it down, the Warner Bros. Netflix buyout thing. Name was like X Chase Money, and he was breaking down all the things that Warner Bros. Has under its catalog. And when I tell y'all, it was a huge catalog. We're talking about the different Warner Bros. Characters, the different Warner Bros. Movies, the different Warner Bros. TV shows, and even all the Warner Bros. International studios, even like the movie studios they have. Warner Bros. Is really huge. So many noticeable, world famous, internationally known things that Warner Bros. Owned the fact that Netflix buying all the IPs to it, including the games as well, that's just so much that's given to another platform like Netflix that's all surrounding by similar stuff when it comes to TV series, when it comes to movies, when it comes to shows. The reason why I'm iffy about it is because it kind of takes away the competition aspect of it because of the fact that if you're in the world of consumer like myself and you're seeing that these companies are buying each other out one after another, it will ultimately lead to a place to where a couple of things may happen. The company that buy out the other one, they can increase the prices of the product because they just simply have more to offer now, and that's the excuse they can use. They can also be in a place to where it's just not going to be much options left for people because of the fact that this place has so much in comparison to other services that could be running well. It don't matter if they operate well. It don't matter if it's consumer friendly. Well, at least close to super consumer friendly. It wouldn't matter because they just simply lacking what this company that buying all the companies out of simply have. Also, they can just straight up cancel IPs. They can straight up shut down studios as well. That could be very meaningful to the consumers around the world, especially people that grew up with the IPs or maybe people that want to get into these IPs that they'll no longer be able to because these people that bought the companies that originally had them and now they own the rights to it, they can do whatever they want with it as far as shutting down this, that, and the third. And that could be really sad for a lot of people. Either you grew up with it or you want to get started on it. If it was a collab kind of thing where these two guys, they put their strong suits together to make one great thing for consumers, I can see that being a good thing. But 9.5 times out of 10, we just know for a fact that just don't happen. And that's kind of how I feel with Crunchyroll and Funimation because I'm thinking like maybe, Funimation catalog could be transferred to Crunchyroll's because Crunchyroll be the ones that buying out Funimation. Maybe Funimation they can collab with Crunchyroll and they can put all the stuff that's not on Crunchyroll that but it's on Funimation. They could just put it on Crunchyroll services. But I don't think that happened because it could be me. I could be wrong. Somebody please fact check me. But it could be me. I don't think they really collabed at all. I think it's just Crunchyroll's way of just kind of taking out the competition, which means if you're a person up there with a billion dollar company, suit and ties, you can say it's messed up. You can say that it's like bad etiquette, but it's just how they think. It's just they always want to think about what's best for the company first in order to keep their business booming over anything else. And it's not just with anime. It could be with sports. It could be with restaurants. It could be with music. It can be with movie scene. It could be in all facets of life. It's just the way it goes, whether we like it or not. It just the way that it goes. In conclusion, I do miss Funimation. I miss the times that I've had with it. Funimation gave me a lot of good memories with it as far as me discovering animes that I've been looking for that surprised me that it was on there. And for the most part, it was a pretty good experience with it there. Of course, it did have its problems, just like a lot of the streaming services does have its own problems. But overall, I do think it was a pretty good anime streaming services to have. And for those y'all that lived through it, let me know in the comments of how you felt about it. Did you agree with them being bought out? Did you disagree? If one of the things are true, let me know why. And if you want to do all the things that every YouTuber said at the end of their videos, you can do that if you want or not, because at the end of the day, like I always say, you're grown. You can do whatever you want. With that being said, I will see y'all on the next video. Peace out, y'all.